welcome back. Just want to say thank you for watching part 1. If you haven't watched part 1 of my life update, please click the link below or check out my channel so you can see part 1 of my life update. So let's get right into it. Before I start, I just want to let you guys know this look was actually recorded. It was recorded, I believe, a week or 2 before my injury. Yes, before I ended up snapping my ACL and causing hell to my body. But everything that I used in this makeup video will be listed in the description box below. So please click the link below. Click the description box so you can know what I used, what products was used at what location, so your faces can be beat just like mine. I'm not perfect. I am learning as I go along. So please, I encourage creative criticism. I know English is not my first language, so bear with me, okay? Bear with me. So let's get right into the life update. After everything happened with my knee, I had my surgery end of June of 2021. It took a hot minute to recover, but I was able to recover through therapy and just pushing myself and having my friends and family there for me. I'm so grateful for them. August, I got blessed with a lab job, which was something that I really was grateful for to have, because since I graduated in 2019 and the pandemic hit, it just felt like my life was on standstill. So being blessed with that laboratory job was a blessing all by itself. Fast forward, the rest of the year ended up being good. I'm working. I'm back to my regular night job, and I'm also working at the lab. So I am recovering financially all over again from not working for 6 months. 6 months during my injury, I did not work. I was living off my savings, and looking at my account and seeing money go and nothing coming in was super stressful for me. But the fact that I even had that account to fall back on was a blessing, was truly a blessing, and I'm thankful for it. So fast forward, this is 2022, where in January my grandparents always go back home to Sierra Leone, and my grandfather and my grandmother had gone home. Hold on, saw that? Let me zoom in so you guys can have a closer look at the eye makeup and the placement of the eyeshadow. My grandparents went back home. Everything was fine. I check up on them frequently. I give them a call. I text them on WhatsApp. If you're African, if you're from the Caribbean, you already know WhatsApp is literally the spot to be. That's where you contact family members. That's where all the gossip and everything be at. That's where all the 419, 911 information be at. But back to what I was trying to say. I remember the day my grandfather passed away. I just got off my night job. My homegirl came to pick me up because I still couldn't physically drive that well. She came to pick me up to take me to my physical therapy follow-up appointment. On the way to my appointment, called my grandfather. We had a little conversation, life update, letting him know how my job is doing at the laboratory, how I'm doing overall, letting him know what my next couple of moves are gonna be I don't know about you guys, but my grandfather is literally my father figure. That's who I have had in my life for a very long time. And anything I do in my life, I always let him know. Always come up with, this is what I'm doing, XYZ. And then he's always like, okay. And then what? He's always been that person. And he always advises me to look at things from a different perspective and just be an amazing role model. And that day was literally the conversation him and I were having. We was just having a regular conversation. I was updating him about my life. He was letting me know how everything was back home. I went to my physical therapy. I went to the laboratory job. I came back home. I was just as soon as I was about to close my eyes to fall asleep, my mom called me, and she's just like, call your grandmother. And I'm like, why? What's going on? And she's like, call your grandmother. I pick up the phone and I call my grandmother. And if you're African, you're Caribbean, you already know how it is. As soon as my grandma picked up the phone, and all she was doing was crying, it was like, this is what grandpa had planned. He's gone. I literally just felt my whole world fall apart in that moment. Because I was like, I just spoke to him not even 6 hours ago. What are you talking about? That cannot be. No, you're lying. Because how can somebody I just spoke to 6 hours ago, telling him the plans that I have, all of that, and he just up and leave? Nah, it's a joke. It's a joke. But come to find out, he actually left. Very sad, because part of our conversation him and I were having that day was their return back to America. And I was supposed to be the one to pick him up from the airport, see how they're doing, all of that. And just like that, he was gone. He was gone. Even up to this day, it's still hard. It took me a while. And honestly, I still cannot believe that he's gone. I cannot believe that he's gone. But I'm happy and I'm grateful that I had him in my life. Especially not having a solid father figure in my life, and him being there, he taught me so much. He was the person that motivated me to join the military. He literally sat me down and was like, look, if you join this and that, go do what you have to do, accomplish what you need to accomplish, and trust me, everything else will fall in line. Just put God into everything that you do and just leave the rest. You're a hard worker, you're determined, you can do it. I believe in you. And he's the reason why I joined. He's always been there. He's always been there for every graduation I've had. From middle school to high school to Marine Corps graduation. The only graduation he could not come to was my college graduation, because at that time they were actually in Sierra Leone. So he could not physically be there. But of course, he sent representation to make sure they made it to my graduation. on behalf of him. And guys, if you have somebody in your life that pushes you, that doesn't judge you, and just loves and accepts you for who you are, family, friends, no matter who they are, even that strong friend that you have that's always there for everybody, make sure you always check up on them. Always make sure you are also available whenever they need somebody, because strong people, they are strong for others, but they might not be strong for themselves. And that's it for now. That has been my life update as of right now. There's many more to come, actually. A lot have happened in my life since I went back home for my 40 days, for my grandfather's 40 days. If you don't know what a 40 days is from the date that somebody passes away, from the 40th day, there's like a celebration that happens. So you can basically call it a celebration of life. So we have the day that he passes away. Since he is Muslim, he had to get buried right away, which he did. 7 days after his passing away, they held a whole funeral service at his house, had a whole sarah, which is like a whole sacrifice. They sacrificed the whole lamb and had a meal, and people came to pay their respects. The imams came to read the Quran and say their prayers. And then the 40 days is literally the bigger version of the 7 days. And the 40 days is whoever wasn't able to come for his actual burial and for the 7 days is who that comes for the 40 days. So I was able to go for the 40 days. And I still cannot believe he was gone. I did not even look at his graveside or all of that. I tried to keep myself occupied the whole time I was there, for me not to think about him, that he was gone. It was hard, especially when I came back. When I came back from Sierra Leone, it hit me. Anxiety hit me. I was fighting depression like crazy. I was like, nah, you are not about to kick my booty, depression. I'm not giving you that authority to do that. So just imagine you're fighting against slight depression, but most definitely anxiety was hitting me left to right. Left to right, left to right. After that, the next thing that happened to me, I was driving one of my friend's cars. I was coming from my grandmother's house, coming back home. Her car just sounded crazy. It just sounded like something that just wasn't right. So if you live in the East Coast, you would know we pay tolls like crazy. So I was like, let me come through the toll booth. I'll park the car to the side to figure out where the noise is coming from. As soon as I parked the car to the side, I started noticing smoke. But at first, I didn't know exactly the direction of where the smoke was coming from. Then I realized it was coming from the front of the car. Got out of the car, opened up the hood, all I saw was fire. Me thinking fast, I closed the hood up, grabbed everything I had in the car, grabbed some of her stuff that was already in the car. Within a matter of seconds, the whole front of that car was on fire. The whole front of that car was on fire. I was like, wow. And the thing that saved me was literally where I pushed the car at, where I parked the car at, was a police department. That was what that saved me. I was like, what? And me thinking fast to just grab everything, close the hood, and just move. Don't even know how I was able to move so fast. But with God by my side, protecting me, I survived. And I cannot ask for anything less. And all I want to say, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed my life update. There's more to come. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye for now.